On today's lesson, I'm going to dispel one of the biggest tennis myths that causes you to miss more ground strokes than you should, using examples from the D1 men's team at the University of Utah. And if you stick around all the way to the end of the video, I promise you'll be like Neo in the Matrix, taking the red pill and then learning the deeper truth about tennis. So let's get started. Points are lost, not won. By this point, we should all know that. Around 70% of all points end in an error and about 30% end in a winner. And while improving your technique can greatly help you reduce errors, it's almost more important to shift your targets and your tactics. Now, if you watch my channel on a regular basis, first of all, thank you so much, it means the world to me. But you'll also know that I love shifting your target to a very conservative part of the court so that your entire shot pattern can land in, leading you to be more consistent. So if you're a 3-0, I might recommend aiming 1 yard past the center tee, directly in the center of the court. If you're a 4-0, I might let you go 1 yard deeper and 1 yard more to the side. And if you were about a D1 level player, maybe a 11 UTR and above, I'd say you can go a yard deeper and wider than that. Now, I have seen these targets work really well, not only for me, but for my players. But one of the pushbacks that I get online is that people will say, well, if you aim to these targets, won't you hit a lot of balls short? And if you do, your 4-0 opponent will easily attack you, run you all day, and it won't be effective. So while I'm here in Salt Lake City, I went to the University of Utah and just picked their number 2 singles match. It was between a 13 UTR and a 12 UTR. And I just wanted to test this out, how many balls were hit short. And clearly, if a 4-0 or a 4-5 would always attack short balls, then these 12 and 13 UTRs must make them look super easy. And I'm guessing you know that since I'm making this video, that might not be the case, but check out these points and we'll see what we learn. All right, stick with me for this entire match. It's not the longest match. I've edited it down, but we're just going to pay attention to short balls like that and what the player does with it. So that's a solid approach. He forced an error. He won the point. He came in. The approach itself wasn't that incredible, but it got the job done. And for the purposes of this video, we're only going to be paying attention to the balls the left-handed player attacks. We're not going to be doing this for both players. So the player on the near side right now passes up plenty of short balls. That's a short ball through the middle. Nobody attacked it. Another short ball. Nobody attacked it. A third short ball. Nobody attacked it. That ball was actually a little deeper, and the player is able to be offensive with it. But that's 3 balls in a row that were short in the court that we didn't attempt to do anything with it. There's a short ball, and it's missed. Hitting short is not the villain that most people think it is. A couple double faults, because everybody does. So if you're at home and you get stressed out about double faulting, just realize it's not the end of the world. A couple good deep shots right there. There's a short ball, a decent little opening ball, and then another short ball and a winner. So at this point, right away, you might be thinking, well, it looks like this guy's not having problems with short balls. That's correct. Early on, that's not the case. There's a short ball that wasn't attacked. And we're just going to keep track of when he receives the short ball, like that right there is kind of short and weak, how many times he hits a winner or a forcing shot, how many times he misses like he just did, and how many times he attacks it, but he doesn't really gain that much of an advantage. There's a short ball. Doesn't even attempt to play offense off of it. Short and through the middle, by the way. There's another short ball. I would classify that as a solid approach, nothing spectacular. Our guy had a great look at a passing shot. But again, the left-handed player won the point coming in. He definitely attacked the ball and gained an advantage. And I encourage you to just be patient. The left-hander has a beautiful serve. I mean, that is such a good ball right there. Wish I was left-handed. Forcing the +1 air, a Stokey 6. If you watch my other content, you'll know how painful that was for me. Another great serve. No short balls yet. Right here, a great short ball generated, and that's a winner or a forcing shot for sure. So at 3-0 so far, or it's about to be 3-0, our left-handed player has generated a ton of short balls. He's probably passed up about half of them. But when he's getting balls like that, he's finishing them quite easily. Exactly like most of you who have told me this won't work. There's a short ball, doesn't attack it. So he's up 3-0, handling this very, very easy. We'll see if this holds up for the rest of the match. Spoiler alert, it won't. So this is actually the turning point of the match right here. This is 0-3 serving You'll see the guy on the near side from Arizona State gets himself in a jam. There's another short ball that wasn't attacked. There's another short ball that wasn't attacked. There's another short ball that was missed, and he wasn't even trying to attack it. So that's 3 ground strokes in the service box in a row against a 12 UTR. And not only was it not attacked, but nothing negative happened. All right, so that's 3-0 break point, and we got a missed return, followed by a change of direction in the net. There's a short ball, not attacked. Short ball, not attacked. And then a deep ball that he actually tries to change direction on. But again, that's a big point. 3-0, no ad, and all my guy on the near side is just massaging ball short. There's another ball. I give him credit for a forcing shot there. That's a great angle. Great serve. So as we're watching this match, I mean, who's got more weapons? Most people say serve and forehand are the most important weapons. And our lefty right here has the better serve and has the bigger game, the more forehand. So you would think that this guy has all the tools. Here's another short ball. Puts it away. So again, you might be questioning if what I'm saying is true, that hitting short is not a problem, because right now there's another short ball, solid approach. But guess what? Even 12 UTRs miss overheads. So now we got 3-1 deuce. Floating a return. We got a ball floating through the middle, up, and then a miss +1. So maybe it's not as easy as it looks like every time. 2 no ads in a row. Could be 5-0. Instead, it's 3-2. And we're starting to see some cracks from the left-hander now. By the way, that's a short ball the Arizona State player did not attack. There's a short ball. Honestly, I mean, I didn't put that down as a negative, but he gave the Arizona State player offense with that horrible drop shot. And then a miss in the net. There's a short ball. That's a solid approach, nothing special. It does force an error. He gets credit for winning the point. But I think the Arizona State player would want that passing shot back. There's a miss, pushing from deep. Try to be too offensive. And then the first ball you've seen my guy from Arizona State really go after. That's the first winner. And by the way, he wins this match. He only hits 2 or 3 winners the entire match. There's a short ball. Nothing really happened. There's a short ball. Solid approach. Okay, but he doesn't win the point. So we gave him 2 short balls. I mean, clearly a 12 UTR will win that point every time. No, not necessarily. There's a missed serve and volley +1. There's a ball right through the middle, not short, but through the middle. I thought you couldn't hit through the middle against great players. They would just run you all the time. There's a short ball. Oh, there's a miss on break point. So you can see he started the match so clean, every short ball attacking, looking super simple. And now pressure's building, and honestly, it's just not repeatable. So he's playing the right way. It's just not that easy to finish short balls. More weak ground strokes through the middle. That one's a good depth right there. That ball's a little short and an angle miss. Trying to open up the court off the short ball. I agree with the idea. He just couldn't make it. There's a weak ball short through the middle. There's a weak ball short through the middle and a wide mistake. Now this is just so common. I mean, I picked this match at random. I only had one phone on me. I'm just videoing it. But I know what I'm going to see. And what I hear is, well, I can't play this way at the 4-5. And again, I'm not suggesting that you hit short. That ball's short. Nothing happened. But what I'm saying is it's okay if you hit the ball short occasionally in the quest to be consistent. And one thing this Arizona State guy is doing so well is he's not missing many in the net. He's not missing wide. He's making a ton of balls and putting pressure on the left-hander from Utah. That's a nice attacking shot. The ball was a little deeper, but it was floating. What a great serve. I mean, isn't it amazing with that beautiful? There's a short ball that's attacked and a good volley, and he wins the point. Not the way he thought, though, with a running pass. So isn't it funny that the guy with more weapons right now is the guy who's struggling, and the guy who's attacking more is the guy who's struggling to hang in the set. There's the ball deep middle, which is great. That ball is short, attacked, and missed. Not by much, but missed. Sprinkle and an ace. That's the second of his 3 winners, I believe. Great depth right there. Average depth. But you can see how the pressure is building because the Arizona State guy has just locked it down at this point. After 3-0, there's a short ball, very average approach, and a missed volley. Hitting short is not the end of the world. Making mistakes is. And the Arizona State guy is hitting half of his balls deep, like that, and half of his balls are landing short, like that. But none of them are really going out. The guy is an absolute rock. And there again, it's not a big deal if you hit short. That point wasn't even attacked on the short ball. There's another short one. Winner. It still happens sometimes. That's okay. Who won the set? Who's up right now? There's another short ball. It's a good shot. That one's semi-short, semi-attackable, especially for a 12 UTR, but missed. It's weak and it's slow through the middle, and it's missed. And like I said, just a reminder, we're not even keeping track of all the short balls that the player on the near side right now is passing up. That's a short ball. Wasn't even trying to attack it, and he missed. That's good height, good depth. Right through the middle, right to that forehand side. So some of these are deep for sure. Some of them are short. Almost all of them are in. And this is how we win. You play within yourself. The guy on the near side is not hitting full speed. They're short down the middle and a mistake. They're short down the middle and a mistake. I hope you're starting to see the pattern. Now, the reason why this works, like I've mentioned, is because not only, that's a little bit of a hook, that's a Stokey 6, but the reason why this works is because, yes, he's hitting some short, actually a lot short, but he's not missing much. There's another short ball. Was it put away? Nope. Just massaging the ball through the middle, letting the other player come and play offense. It's not the end of the world. What a great return. Float a ball through the middle. Yes, he gets attacked a little bit. Also, not the end of the world. Make the guy hit the volley, then make the guy hit the overhead. If someone can attack you right here and hit 3 good balls, there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. That's how they're going to have to win a point against you over and over again, which I'm telling you, even at this level, is incredibly difficult, let alone 3-5, 4-0, 4-5. Gotta love playing the Lets in college. Look at that. Just feel it in the middle of the court. Feel it nice and slow. That's 3 balls in a row with good depth. 4 balls. There's a short attackable ball. Okay, nothing really happened. There's another one. Oh, we generated an air. You know, I thought if we floated balls short, we're going to lose that every time. But apparently that is not the case, even against the 12 UTR. There's a short ball that's not attacked on the other side. And again, I love the Arizona State player is so smart. I mean, he actually maximizes everything he has. He just massages the ball. Look at that. Short through the middle, not attacked. Then deep through the middle, not attacked. There's another short ball. There's another short ball. And why do you think that lefty isn't attacking him anymore? Because he kind of knows, dang, when I do that, I'm just kind of missing. I'm not doing well. There's a short ball. I don't give him a punishment for not attacking that because he was outside the court. Now, the lefty won his first really, really long point. But he's lost 9 of the last 10 games. So I don't think my guy from Arizona State cares too much. Look at the height, depth, right through the middle. Not a care in the world over there on that far side. Generating another miss. It's one of the few times that you've seen the guy from Arizona State attack a ball. So the same tactics. This guy's an elite player. He's not aiming 1 yard past the center tee, but I know his targets are pretty solid because he's not missing much. So like I mentioned earlier, he's probably aiming about where I'd want him to, and he's not concerned if he's hitting short like that. Nothing happened. Look at this, right through the middle. This guy's my new favorite player, by the way. He might be the actual founder of Stokey Tennis. I didn't even know it. A great serve. I mean, think about this. He's up 6-4, 4-0. Look at the serve he's going against right here. Absolute cannon indoors, but he's just so simple and solid, hitting short. And as we're proving, it is very, very difficult to consistently attack and win against short balls. There's a short ball right there. Another mistake. Broken record. All right, we're getting to the end here. 4-1. The end is near. We just need our guy from Arizona State to stay solid. There's a short ball right through the middle. Not really attacked. Again, not really attacked. Again. Oh, missed. And not attacked. Wasn't even like he was trying to do something there. Short ball, not attacked. And by the way, yes, they're hitting quality balls. For their level, these are average rally balls. So a 4-5 could probably not attack many of these balls anyway, but these guys are playing against each other. They have the same skill level. These are all these short balls are very attackable for the left-hander. I'm not counting that as a short ball because he was pulled in defensively, although he hit a great approach there. Nice and solid. Short ball through the middle. Solid approach. Missed volley. It just doesn't have to be that great. And so if you're a 3-0 at home, a 4-5, again, pick these optimal targets. Do not be worried about hitting short. And if someone does come to the net, make them hit an approach, make them hit a volley, make them hit an overhead. If they can hit all three of those shots in a row, they get to win the point. There's another very easy short ball. And he loses the point. It's a sick pass. But again, you would think that that point is over no matter what, and it just isn't. Last 2 points here. Short ball. That's going to be a winner for sure, right? Nope. We got it back. We just threw up a lob. Now we're just going to field balls through the middle here. Keep feeling balls with height and depth and force a wide mistake. I mean, what amazing defense. That's a great ball right there. Gave him credit for that. That wasn't even that short. Great ball. But now it's still 5-1, no ad. Short ball, missed wide. All right, so adding up the numbers here, I charted that the Arizona State player gave 64 attackable ground strokes, and the Utah player only attacked 35 times. So he's only attacking these short balls a little over half the time that he was presented with the opportunity. And I have to believe that this holds true at the 3-0, 4-0, 4-5 level as well. Just because you hit the ball short does not mean your opponent's going to recognize it or move up quickly enough to even attempt to attack you. Now, when he did decide to attack, he hit 8 winners and forcing shots. He had what I counted as solid approaches that didn't gain a huge advantage with 14, and then he missed 13 times. He won 13 points and lost 22 points for a win percentage of only 37% when he was attacking the short ball. Now, many of you might be objecting quietly to yourself right now and correctly pointing out that your defense is not as good as that of the Arizona State player. That guy is super fast. He was able to make a lot of balls, hit some decent passing shots and lobs, and you're absolutely correct. His defense is insane and probably not replicable for you guys. The other side of that coin is the players you're going against, those 4-0, 4-5s, they don't have the offensive skills of that Utah player. So what I have found in my experience as a player and as a coach is that tactics scale from 3-0 all the way to D1 level. The tactics are the same. What changes from each level is the ability to execute those tactics at a better level. So a 3-0 playing to conserve targets, that works against another 3-0. If a 3-0 hits like a 3-0 against a 4-0, nothing will work. And if a 4-0 hits the ball like a 4-0 when they're playing a 5-5, no tactics will work. But if you're playing someone of a similar level, so you're a D1 player playing another D1 player, or a 3-5 playing another 3-5, all of these tactics and ideas apply to every single level. So there's a myth out there that, well, you can aim to simple targets if you're a 3 or a 3-5, but once we get to 4 or 4-5, people will crush that. I hope that you can see by watching 12 and 13 UTRs that this isn't the case as long as you are playing someone about the same level. Now, if you can only take away one thing from this video, please take away this. You do not lose matches because you hit the ball short. You lose matches because you miss. Now, hitting short might lead you to be in uncomfortable positions or defensive positions where it's easier for you to miss. I understand that. And when you're in trouble, I suggest just hitting a simple lob right through the middle of the court. You saw the D1 player here miss a couple overheads. That's totally normal, and that's going to scale even more so down to the 3-0, 4-0, 4-5 level. And one of the biggest mistakes I see being made all the time is that players assume their opponent will easily finish the point. And so what they do is they choose a shot quality above their current level, and they end up just missing before they give their opponent the chance. I would highly recommend when you're in trouble, you give your opponent the chance to hit the winner and finish you off. And I think you will be stunned at how rarely this happens. And one last point, and I hope this is obvious, I'm not encouraging you to hit short. I am encouraging you to pick an optimal target and acknowledging that maybe half your balls will be short. But my main point is that hitting short is not the death sentence that many of you think it is. Missing balls on a regular basis is that death sentence. All right, if you're still with me, hopefully you feel like you've taken that red pill and you realize that hitting short is not the end of the world and that consistency and smart targets scale to all levels. And if that's the case, I'd really appreciate you liking and subscribing to the channel. But moving forward, pick these optimal targets. Don't be afraid if some of them accidentally go short, and realize that if you're consistent, you're going to win no matter what level you are.